I'm testing and reviewing the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation for over 50, or in my case, over 60. Hi, I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. I have a whole playlist on my channel now that's about foundations and testing foundations and see how well they look on my skin. Sometimes I do high-end, more expensive foundations, and sometimes I test drugstore foundations. So I will link to that playlist in a card in the upper right-hand corner. That should pop up, or if you see the little eye, you can tap that or click that, and that brings down all the cards that I've linked. Or you go in the description box below the video and the link to the playlist will be there. And once you pull up that playlist, you can go through and look at the titles and see which foundations you want to see how they fared on my skin. My skin is kind of dry, has dry patches, but you know, being over 60, but it's also blotchy, and I always cover my under eye area under foundation with a corrector. And I have a couple videos where I showed how I do that in order to get a more uniform look. I also have tear troughs, so the skin under my eyes goes in instead of being puffy and out, it goes in and forms a trough. So I have videos showing how I correct that as well. So in this video, I'm reviewing the that's my dog, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. And I'll talk in the next clip about what color I chose and why. And this foundation has been around for a while. I just haven't tried it. But some other YouTubers, if they're older and they say a foundation works really well, then I want to try it. If they say it was kind of meh, then I really don't. Because like you, I don't want to spend the money on something that I'm not going to reach for and not going to use. So we're going to test this, and then we'll look at it on my skin later in the day as well. Now, before I go to the next clip, I also want to tell you that I want to offer you my free 3 pages of my best anti-aging tips, and that's on my website. So to get that, you go to my website, GloryB-TV.com/get-tips. And on that page, you'll scroll down and you enter your email address, click the pink Get My Tips button, and then you'll get the tips. I have some tips that are nutrition oriented. I have some that are skincare oriented and some that are makeup oriented. All right. Now, as I said, links to other videos will be in the description box, but also links to this foundation plus all of the other makeup that I'm wearing is in the description box below the video. So to get to the description box, if you're watching on a phone or tablet or other mobile device, you go below the video. On the right side, you'll see a little V. Tap the little V. That opens up the description box. Now, since I made that clip video where I showed you how to do that, now YouTube is also making you do one more step to fully open up the description box. And that is, as you look at the text, you'll see the word more in bold. So you have to tap that word more to open up the description box completely. If you're watching on a computer, go below the video. On the left side, you'll see the word show more. Click those words, show more, and that opens up the description box. And everything I'm talking about, plus discount codes on other products and things that I think you might be interested in, will be in there as well. We have 5,000 characters and spaces that we can use to give you as much information as possible. All of my other social media links are in the description box as well. Now, let's get to the clip where I start with a fresh face, and I'm going to apply this makeup. I've already applied my under eye corrector, and now I'm ready for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup, and I'm using the color 3N1, which is ivory beige. So when I tried this, in, I think I bought it at Macy's, and there was a free gift. I'll just show you what else I got for that. I was working with somebody behind the counter and taking a couple other colors that were more cool, because the N stands for neutral, and I was taking some that had the C for cool and putting them on right here. And some of them were just not looking right. It could be because it's early September and I'm at my tannest, you know, down here. I wear sunscreen on my face, so my face wasn't so tan, but the person behind the counter put some of this 3-in-1 and that looked better. So this might be a summer color for me, because I still think it's dark. It doesn't come with a paddle or anything. I wish it did, but it doesn't. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to dot it on. And it's kind of it's not super liquidy, but it's not thick like my Emlin. So you can see how dark this looks on my skin, but it really went well with my neck. So I like to smear it around under my, I must have said this in so many of my foundation videos, smear it around on my under eye. So I'm going to start with a Beauty Blender sponge, and then I'm going to use my brush. I know some people like to do a sponge on one side and a brush on the other, but I don't do that. Okay, it's really looking dark in the mirror. I'm going to pull my mirror a little bit closer because I just can't see what I'm doing. All right, so I like to tap this in right around here and see how it does. Especially in the larger pores. This is definitely a summer color for me. Right? So looking, I'm going to take you even a closer mirror and the bright lights. It does take the sponge really well. But now I'm going to take my favorite flat e.l.f. brush, and just go all around these edges and blend it out in my neck. And then see if I need any more blending by looking up close. And this is a 5X mirror. Oh, my eyesight. Well, I might need the 10X. I want the 10X mirror just to be able to see my pores. And you know how when you're testing a foundation and deciding how good it looks on your skin, you're looking at, does it look like it's part of your skin, or does it look like it's sitting on top of your skin and just filling in the pores? And I really like how this one looks. It's not sitting on top of my pores. It looks like it's part of my skin. It blends nicely. And I'll have to wait till I see the playback. I'm looking on my monitor now, but the lighting in here is so weird. It plays tricks on my eyes. So I'll have to see it in another light, like how, and like I said, in the playback when I'm watching this, so I can see what you all see. So I can see how it looks and how it's blending in with my neck. It's blending in with the color of my neck really well. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Here is the finished look, and I'm really liking it. I'm liking how it's sitting on my skin. I like how it's sitting on my pores, and I think the color is good as my summer color. I don't know if I'm going to wear it in the winter once everything gets a lot lighter, but let's check it later in the day. It is just about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sitting in front of a window and using my cell phone, which I don't like how I look in the cell phone video, but we're going to do it anyway. And just see, you can tell I used a highlighter today, so I don't always apply highlighter, but I did. And I think that it's looking pretty good. I mean, I can see better when I use my 10x mirror up close than I can in the phone, but I can see this in the playback. So I also want to use later in the day, we'll get another close-up with my regular camera and see how this is performing. But so far, I like how it looks on my skin. It's now about 7:30 in the evening. Before you turn the camera on, I had my 10x mirror out, and I was just checking really closely in the bright light to see what I see. And it actually looks really good. The only place I see some wear this late in the day is like right here on these two sides of my nose, but it's not coming off. It just looks a little bit worn, maybe a little bit around my nose, but my forehead looks great. It still looks like my skin. It's not settled into the pores. And for being full coverage, it's not looking really thick like down here. It still looks like my skin. So this is a really impressive foundation for mature skin. So this is certainly one to check out, and as I said earlier, the link to it is in the description box below the video, but this is sold in a lot of stores and you can go test out the colors and see which color you might like. And of course, like I said, I think this one's going to be a summer color for me. It might be a little too dark for me for the rest of the year. Now, I've reviewed several other foundations and just looking at it from a perspective of older skin. Now this one, since it's luminous and it's not matte, I don't know how it'll be on oily skin, but if your skin is normal or your skin is dry, I think it really will work really well. And then I have some others though that you might have been curious about, either drugstore or high-end. And I've chosen 2 of those videos for you to check out with just a tap of your finger on your phone or a click of your mouse button. Click of your mouse. Click of your mouse. On the right side of your screen, tap or click one of those, and I'll see you in the next video.